everyone. I'm here in Millersburg, Indiana. Just enjoying a coffee. And that just raised for some reason. Kind of creepy. But still on the train. Got a fairly decent night's sleep last night. And gonna be in Chicago in like hour and a half, less than 2 hours, I think. So come check out day 2 of this adventure with me. And one thing I certainly do remember about Indiana, having taken this line a number of years back, was it's a lot of cornfields. Lots of farms, lots of cornfields. I mean, the foliage is kind of blocking them, but you get the gist behind there. You can see all the machinery. Oh, there we go. Perfect. That's Indiana right there. Once again, I do enjoy seeing the different landscapes. And even with that train horn blowing, I still slept pretty decent. And it was foggy this morning. That horn did not stop. So I've been up quite a few hours longer than I wanted to be. Indiana. Seems to be some sort of power plant over here. Also, another thing about, for those of you that follow me on Instagram, at Wilson Wanderer, same as on here, I did post a picture of me in front of the Postal Service. It was in the station in Albany. Actually, I put it in my video also. But there's also a post office right here, and that is because the mail used to be moved by train. So there's a lot of post offices near trains before air travel, you know. Postal Service is pretty old.
It's going to be a final call for help card. Again, this is going to be a final call for help card.
I think I'll stay on the train. Also like filming, you know, residential areas, business areas. It's the aesthetic of everything, really. Try not to go too overboard. I'm really looking forward to what everything's like out west. Places I've never been before. interesting to think what I may see out those windows. And I mean, before the day is through, I will be in uncharted areas. Well, uncharted by myself, that is. Obviously, other people live there, so. And I swear, every time I shut off the camera, there's some old classic car, like, usually not in the best of shape, but I kind of like seeing those old cars from my younger years that you used to see and don't really see too many of anymore. So I like getting those on film, and I miss like every single one, like this whole trip, on the bus, on the train, everywhere. Looks like it used to be a Walgreens. South Bend, Indiana, I believe, the home of the Jacksons, meaning like the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson, Tito Jackson, who just passed away, R.I.P., just a couple days ago. This, I believe, is their hometown, South Bend, Indiana.
In about 20 minutes, we will be switching over to our central time zone. Current time is about 8:13 a.m. Once again, 90 minutes of Chicago Union Station.
So, getting awfully close to Chicago, Chi-Town, if you will. Gonna see what I can discover in Chicago. I got 4 hours, so we'll see. I'm gonna try to hit the Willis Tower, formerly the Sears Tower, and we'll see what else, you know. So in not too long of a time, whoa, these silos are crazy. So in not too long of a time, all this landscape of cornfields and farmland is going to turn into a city landscape. Pretty neat. I wonder if that's where they get their power from. And we have crossed the time zone, because now instead of 9:30, it's 8:30. No, 8:33. Another thing I wanted to point out, which is kind of cool, is there's a sink in here. Mine will not shut off after brushing my teeth for some reason. But the water actually goes into here, fills up, and then goes down trains out here. So that's kind of a cool little thing there. If you're taking the Amtrak, I'm not sure if it'll be like that on my next, because this is a Viewliner. My next room will be in a Superliner, so that basically means this is one level. See, I have windows up here. That will not be the case. We'll not have windows up top in the Superliner because there's 2 floors. There's an upstairs and a downstairs. Never been on one of those yet. Looking forward to the experience, but I'm not sure if they have a sink or not. The old trains actually had a commode, a toilet right there, so you wouldn't even have to leave your room. You know what? I was mistaken. I believe that Gary, as in right there, Gary, Indiana, is where the Jacksons are from. South Bend, I think, is where Notre Dame is. So, I believe I was mistaken on that. I did not even look this up. I just remembered when I saw Gary written on that thing. There's quite a few freight trains all in line here. I'm trying to see if there's any good graffiti. It's just never ending, these freighters go up to this window. And it looks like the graffiti has come to a halt for the most part. There's a little bit. I do always like checking out some graffiti. But should be in Chicago less than an hour. Now that it is 9 o'clock once again for the second time today, for me anyways. Lots and lots and lots of train cars. It's crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen this many. And it ended. Not sure what kind of operation this is. Know that Lake Michigan is right over there. Can't see it from here, but I did look on a map. It is right beyond all of this stuff, so the front of these buildings are probably located right on the river. I mean, the lake, excuse me. There is Lake Michigan. Finally, some of the Great Lake action on this train called the Lakeshore Limited. Now we got a water purification plant. Well, you could see the lake for a moment. And you got that berm over there. Sure we'll be seeing more lakes, more bodies of water, I should say, instead of just lakes. But that is one of the Great Lakes, Lake Michigan. anytime it starts being visible, quickly gets covered by foliage, buildings, and berms, and whatnot.
In Chicago momentarily, please put your seat up in an upright position, and please have garbage ready. Again, if to be almost in Chicago, please put your seat up in an upright position, and please have all trash ready for collection. Again, please put your seat up in all upright position and have all trash for collection.
Starting to come into the suburbs. You can actually see the Willis/Sears Tower in the very far away distance. Never been to one, but I haven't heard good things, except for the Beastie Boys on their first album. There is the tower that hopefully I will be ascending after we stop. I also like that, you know, you just see the big cityscape and then it's all kind of residential. I do enjoy the train, that's for sure. I feel like this could almost be like a Lynn to Boston, you know, where you got the Boston skyline in the distance. So maybe this is a Lynn type of city, the outskirts of town. Also, it's cool to think about, you know, like yesterday at this time, I was just preparing to leave Lynn. 2 days ago, I was working. So it's cool.
Any passengers in need of assistance, please remain on the platform as red caps will be coming down to assist you. Please note that they do start at the rear of the train and then work their way up. So be patient. They'll keep coming down the platform until all passengers in need of assistance have been helped. Any passengers with checked baggage, give the baggage department approximately 15 minutes to get your bags off the train and into the station. You can pick them up at our baggage claim area. Any passengers with connecting trains, you can head into the Amtrak ticket office and get information on your connecting train. If you do have checked baggage, that bag will be put on your connecting train for you. And once again, we'd like to thank you for choosing Amtrak 49449 Lakeshore Limited as your form of transportation. We hope you have a great rest of your day.
Guaranteed Rate Field. Oh, that's a real great name. But it is where the White Sox play. Trying to see the skyline over there. Or not. Just had a sweet shot, but as soon as I start, the foliage gets in my way. Must be a garage for trains. Wondering what this big bridge is all about. Go on a double-decker train that was, just a passenger train. The last time I was out this way, when I went to Milwaukee from Chicago. Train kind of like that, but it was just regular seats. It wasn't a sleeper. I've never been in a sleeper double-decker, I should say. Yeah, quite a different view from the cornfields and farms I was passing just about an hour ago. So we enter Chicago downtown area. Very, very slowly. And just about to exit as we are in the tunnels underneath Union Station. Now to go check out the lounge here, which I have not been to. Maybe get get a second cup of coffee, maybe get some food. I did not eat breakfast. I was not a big fan of the breakfast options either, so figured maybe I'd wait. Maybe I'll get something here. Maybe not, we'll see. But definitely gonna check out the Willis / Sears Tower. It's only a block away. Maybe I'll make it to the Millennium Park there, the bean that everyone seems to like to take pictures of. And hey, it's future me coming from New Mexico, and I'm just editing the footage from the Chicago, and well, not Chicago yet. I only just did the train and it's already 25 minutes, so I think I'm gonna cut it there and then do the Chicago stuff. We'll see how long that goes, and maybe I'll have to cut it into 3. I don't know. We'll see how the editing goes. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. As you can see, there's more train action to come in the future. And I will leave you with peace. And make sure you subscribe. And make sure you watch all the videos. Peace.